Hello and welcome to a brand spanking new Hearts of Iron series. This time we're taking a look at the Old World Blues mod. I'm gonna play a couple of episodes and just show it off, have some fun. So yeah, let's just dive into it. I've been playing this a little bit, not too much. But yeah, I really like it. It's fairly unique, and I hope that they will continue development and this can be a great mod. As you can see by the thumbnail and everything, we are gonna play as the NCR. So, let's just jump in. Yeah, what to say? Old World Blues, it's Fallout, so... as a player, the OWB NCR campaign in the early game maybe seem overly easy for many of the conquests and trials interfaces. This is due to the timing and sequencing with the AI who have struggled with some of the base conquests at the time. And answering these nations will be... okay, without providing nerfs. You know what? We'll do. We'll have some fun. Right, at Space, it's a Hearts of Iron game, but there's a lot of differences. For one, let's just look at the map. It's just a part of the US, and it's just the east coast of the US, so that's one. You've got all your major fun factions that you expect, so I hope they're gonna expand the map more in later points, because they have added the provinces and everything. It's just that nobody owns it, so kind of have to see. There are sadly no decisions yet, but you know, this is still an alpha stage. Then there's the research tree, and there's a lot in here. And by a lot, I mean there is a serious amount of research, and it's different. So uniques are, so they removed the top, like the timeline and everything, and it's just you go from technological stage, from tribal to civilized to advanced. Now there is still, as you can see, a added time penalty on this. I don't know how they're gonna plan it for the future, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna work. That's just support companies, which share some similarities, but then there is like dynamite and anti-tank and PMGs and trained mongrels, and you got your vehicles. You have your land doctrines. They are also different. You've got your air, which is, well, different. I hear they actually managed to disable it. Right, air sport's still the same. We've got your different naval system, which is also fairly interesting. Just same doctrines. We've got robotics, which I haven't really dabbled in yet, but might be interesting to look at. You got your industry, which is also a little bit different. You've got your buildings here, which go for water, electricity, and I believe this is iron or steel. We'll take a look at that later. As well as some exclusive trees. Choose between agriculture or manufacturing. You got some other stuff here, and this is your basic construction bit. Then you got your engineering, which is just the same, just differently. It's good. Right. As always, just go for mechanical engineering. Let's pick up woodworking. This is ahead of time, so let's skip on that one. I want this one as well. And these are not necessary right now, so I've got actually research a lot available to me. And we can't do this, I think. Mutually exclusive with ballistic weaponry, and we went with ballistic weaponry, so let's stick with that. Why don't we pick up, let's see, some healing powders? Because they're going to be important. Right, let's go on to trade, or just resources in general. Different resources now. We have like water, electricity, metal, fuel, electronics, and advanced technology. Energy weapons take electricity and some, yeah, you know, fuel for tanks, electronics for more electrical stuff, and advanced technology for stuff like power armor. It's that simple. Construction, you've, like I said, you got your buildings here. Right, there's nothing real changed here. I think the big difference is an outpost. Yeah, it's just like a sort of a fort thing, but there it is. Production, same as always. Nothing really much changed, but there are a lot of units, like new units. And this is something from the new patch, actually, so still like that. Anyway, that's beside the point here. Yeah, so let's just start getting into the game. Oh, right, yeah, there are focus trees. Then there are a crap ton of them. Oh, wow, this is actually a very big one. So let's go with this one.
Hello.
And let's start getting work done. Wow, we're fairly big. Let's get our motorized settle out of there. We got some ranger companies we can settle out of there. And then we got an army of 25, which is a little bit annoying. Can I swap you to a ranger company? Yep, there we go. Okay. And let's create the first army. And yeah. Let's get into Hearts of Ironing. Alright. No, that's definitely wrong. Some transfer time there. Really? Am I that shit? Probably. Right. Yep, let's get the... So these faces are either directly pulled from the games, and they're really well done actually. So, you know, or they are drawings like that, or like this. So there's a lot of awesome artwork in here. Really like what they've done so far. So let's just start setting this up though. Right, regular army, we're gonna put you in green as well.
What's up?
There we go.
Hey.
You're gonna be my trucks. Let's put you, I don't know, it's blue.
What's up?
And you're leading these back up, so why don't we put you under... Why don't I actually put red, like a dark red? Because, you know, these guys have the dark red eye thingy going on and everything. Right, civilian factories. Let's do a standard thing that I always do. Why don't we start with places that actually have some infrastructure, though? Four of that. I got that one, that one. There we go, and I think there's a lot of provinces that aren't really good. Right. Okay. That is that, and we'll have to take a look later at how bad our actual production is and see if we need to adjust anything, really. Right, that is all set up. There we go. I think we're going to start with a lot of industrial production for now, or civilian, to get the show up and running. Right, so we need weapons, and... I have to figure out some stuff what needs to be produced. What else do we need? Missing equipment, anti-tank. Need a little bit of motorized. And I'm gonna start building these as well. For now. Even though we don't use them yet. Right, so get it on 2, get it on 2, get it on 2, get it on that one. I've got factories left. There we go. 3 dockyards. We'll put 1 on convoy production, and then we'll produce some super heavy barges. So the rest of it, as usual, and we got already some insufficient resources. Oh no. Let's trade with the not them. I would like to trade with the Western Brotherhood, if possible. They might... Am I just not seeing them? Yeah, there we go. I don't know how friendly terms we are, but... Yeah. Right. No divisions in basic training. Now I want to max these out first. And... just stick with that for now. Right. Now, I don't really know what the start is gonna be for these guys, if they've got any wars planned. Probably some. We can look at that, probably. Council Hill. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna go first to Council Hill first. So do we have, yeah, we have an equipment deficit, so there we go. Maximize the speed and let's roll.
Hey.
Let's just for now set up here and we'll place the trucks at these and the rangers at these small intersections. At least gets the army deployed. Right. First few things is kind of like, you know, what our ethos as the Republic. So among the historical records of the NCR, the number of figures that stand out as quintessential to the Republic, yet who among them is the most celebrated in propaganda and education? Who shall appear in the most important pieces of currency, be mentioned in the speeches and stand above the rest of the figurehead as the NCR? The three essential figures in the history of the NCR are thus: Ardash, Seth, and Tandy. We got stability and war support. We got spec ops improvements. I like that one. Plus some war support and stability. And we gain some political power gain and stability. I'm gonna go for Seth. I like the idea of special forces. On to the next one. Tandy's scheming. I genuinely don't know who will strike out first. Right, Tandy devoted her life to the cause of the new Californian Republic. In her early life, her ideals faded, and she was faced with honest pragmatism. She made a series of hard choices, many of which did not necessarily earn her the adoration of her people. In the choices Tandy made, the most notable are either the trade agreement, which gives us a lot of opinion, but we gain less consumer factories, or yeah, with more consumer good factories. The water distribution, which gives us monthly population, which is fairly powerful. As you can see, we have this actually is a high amount of manpower. I'm not joking. This is an incredibly high amount of manpower. Or the NCR draft. I think I'm gonna go for the Water Distribution Act. Alright, so as you can see, we are fairly populous for what we are, but like nations, for example, this is the Washington Brotherhood, one of the more powerful factions. They rarely get above this number, and there's a lot that does that. Like, we are currently on volunteer only, but that's already at 5%. Limited conscription is 15% already, so a lot of warfare. The units are also take less. There's a lot going on. Right. And we'll get into that when we get into that. The NCR development plan was one of the most hotly debated subjects in the NCR political history, as it was called for centralization of what had up that. Whoa. What? I just lost track. Centralization of what had up until that point been a largely diverse agricultural nation. The debate raged for months as whether or not to even bother with this plan, but eventually it was decided that the bills should focus on the development of specific areas of the economy. Be it the reconstruction of roads, subsidizing select local businesses, or additional funding towards arms manufacturing. So we've got some free civilian workshops, an arms workshop, or infrastructure. I think we can use the civilian infrastructure. And battle for Navarro. Where's it again? Stop. Do we own that? No. That's... On the eve of the final assault, the acting general of the NCR, Alexander Drummond, received a personal visit from the president herself. Tandy made it clear that the NCR could not afford a slaughter and advised him to hold back the majority of his troops during the assault. Meanwhile, the commander of the Brotherhood of Steel had already gone and approved plans, which Drummond, a joint attack, was dependent on the NCR proving a sizable distraction. All the while, Drummond had grown increasingly frustrated with the entire situation and knew that he might regain much of his lost honor in order to overwhelming charge and claimed the majority of Navarro's treasures for the NCR. A reckless move that would save his career. So we're gonna lose some manpower. Would we gain some opinion with the Western Brotherhood? Some... So we gain less recruitable population, okay, so we suck at robotics and everything, but I think I'm going to stick with this one because I want some positive opinion with the Brotherhood of Steel, but I don't care much for the robotics or yeah, we'll do that. Alright, Council Hill. Against some political power, but yeah, now we're finally This also gives us a chance to soon start looking at what... I think we're going to stick with the Baya Blues. Because I think that forces us down into the Baya. There's a lot of crap here. Holy fucking shit. This is the biggest focus tree I've seen. Like, all of the others are fairly simple. Like, Caesar's Legion has a fairly straight to the point focus tree. This is like specifically targeting specific neighbors. It's a fairly straightforward focus tree. This one doesn't feel straightforward, I have to be honest. But if we're gonna go for the Baya, I might as well move my army.
Uh-huh. What is it?
Alright.
Hey. Honored to speak with you, sir.
It's a little bit weird that our female commander is having a male voice.
Hey. Hey. What's up?
Quickly need to check. Okay.
Hey.
Draw that line as well. Otherwise there's no orders for the other group. Okay, there we go. How are we looking on equipment and material? Pretty good. So we're friendly with these guys. Now we both have our own faction. We might take them out at some point. I don't know. They have some high resources, I think. Yeah. So there might be worthwhile to take out at some point. But for now, we're going to stick with what we've got. Alright, so Council Hill. We can expand some buildings. I think I'm going to focus on this at later a little bit. Political power. Monthly population for a while. We don't need that right now, per se. We've got the Boneyard. Some industry stuff here. We're gonna also work with that. But I think I'm gonna take out the Baya Blues right now. Start with that. Start with a little bit of a war. Alright. In the year 2256, the NCR colony of Rattletail was established in the northern portions of Baya, the California by some volunteer colonists who advanced in form of funding and a merit from the NCR, but little to no supervision or military protection. It just proved almost fatal for the young colonists who elected to, by force, take control of the primary water source in the region. In fact that they were ignorant at the time. The locals retaliated against the small settlement due in part to desperation and launched two major assaults against the township, both of which were stopped with relative ease. It was the intervention and wisdom of a young ranger named Hanlon that ended the dispute before the toll of the conflict became notable. The man crafted a clever lie, spouting nonsense about an arm of raiders that would soon come and wipe the town away. The colonists evacuated, the locals regained the water supply, and greater conflict was avoided. Unfortunately, this lie had unintended results. It implanted into locals the notion that the NCR was afraid of raiders, slavers, and the other violent sort. The locals of Baya had almost a decade to prepare for the return of the NCR, and in preparation for that coming, they had adopted a violent, cruel lifestyle. Baya is not home to a up-and-coming Mexican cartel, one that was almost impossible to dislodge without violence. The path into the future is a complicated one, and there are only a handful of men in the NCR that have potential to deal with the problem. Who do you appoint to oversee the handling of the wider frontier?
Hey.
What's your name? Chief Hanlon.
What's up?
LT Roberts.
Hey.
Colonel James Susu. Major of Dagla. I don't know, but I'll go with Chief Ranger Hanlon. Right, some research finished. That's all I had at time. I'm gonna pick up logistics because that's gonna be fairly useful, and we're gonna pick up mechanical computing. Right. Alright, that's how I should have looked at it. Haha. Local sympathies, political banditos. Ranger deployment. Let's go, baby. And let's see. Ruthless capitalist. Consumer goods. Well, for now, that's not really useful. Let's just go over Captain of Industry. There's a lot of interesting stuff here, though. Right. yeah, we'll have to see what the result's gonna be. Western Brotherhood won their war. Not as to be expected. Ranger Ultimatum.
Hey.
Okay, we got some more. No, that does that. Yeah, it fucks with the cap. Okay, that's okay. There we go. There's the Ranger Ultimatum. Let's see what they do, and we're gonna retake it. Right, so there are some Veil Bandits. I actually don't know exactly what kind of a troop type that is, to be honest here. Militias, okay. Right, well, let's see. There's also been a bit finicky trying to figure out where research is, because there's no numbers. It's a little bit weird, but yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, well, that's time for war, so let's declare this one. And go, go, go. Right, I guess we're gonna add some civilian workshops in. I'm not really... I don't think they stand a chance against us. This should be fairly easy. Offer from the Brotherhood. Northern Steel is offering a trade of a number of advanced pre-war military discs and training guides. How to series of pre-war... Yeah, sure. This is for sales of pre-war industrial machines located within our territory. Yeah, I don't mind. Okay. Let's just keep pushing, and I'm not expecting this to be a very long war that's gotta take forever to fight. Alright, I might as well, let's see, our motorized divisions are just that, okay. Low priority, let's get about 6 of them for now. I'm gonna take it easy in the building of armies. Manpower is limited, so you can see that also in the war, like we lost one guy, they lost a couple of hundred. These divisions are fairly small. So yes, you fight a lot more with equipment and a lot less with high amounts of divisions. Woodworking, logistic companies, okay, that's awesome. That's that, yeah. It's a little bit ahead of time, so I'd rather not. We could get the radio in. Get these tribal huts. There you go. Okay, that's one battle one. I'm gonna stick these guys down here, and I think that should be enough. Yeah, more than. Alright, and I'll put you on the front line as well. Then we'll move the main army and kind of have to figure out where the next of our attacks is gonna be. So that's the Wendell Peterson War, I think. Pushing for Colorado. This is a deep one, actually. Holy shit. Okay, might want to avoid. What does this require? Expand NCR Military Academy. Okay. Let's see. Oh crap! I really have to look at this. Baron's Choice, Ranger General. Ravi. Nipton. Shit. This is Hoover Dam. Let's see. I wouldn't even know where the Hoover Dam is, to be honest. Ooh. So yeah, I would kind of expect us to move more in this direction. So. There we go. I think that covers all the areas on these guys. I'll probably want to fight them anyway. The scorpions don't seem to be really a friendly bunch. Got some more arms workshops. Let's see. Got our special forces, weekly war support, division organization. Oh wow. All American badass. Okay. I think Comm Leader is actually pretty good. Probably have to fiddle a little bit with these guys. I wonder if I can do this. Make them just bigger like this without any problems. Yeah, okay. Special Forces limit problem. Okay. I think I'm gonna make the Rangers a different sized squad. Really like them where they are right now. Alright. Okay, so I think this focus tree is pushing us. NCR's border permanently remove their radar threats. Yeah, I think that we're talking about... So Destined Rangers are... I think they're technically sort of friendly. Yeah, I think we're talking with the Scorpions here. Right. We're gonna need more of these if we're gonna build trucks, so... Let's go down for now on this one. Desert Rangers declare war on the Vipers. Alright, pretty good so far. We kind of have to revamp some of the Tribal Hut and Trooper Fatigues, right? Noise. Let's get some resource gain efficiency, which is always good. And I think this is ahead of time, yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. That just gives... Ah, oh, crap, I can't do this? Oh, come on. Right, then I have to figure out something else to research right now. Ahead of time, we don't need that. I don't want droids. At least not right now. I can go down this route. These are... You can just push through it. There's no time limit on this one. These ones. Might as well. Navy is always powerful, so might as well pick it up. And you might say, well, why would you go Navy? There's barely any, you know, sea to fight on. Isn't there? Well, that's not entirely true. Since these rivers, they're all sailable. So, yeah, there's definitely some, something to be had there. Alright, got that done.
Honored to speak with you.
And now I need to take a look at my Rangers.
Hey.
Right. Let's just take it all. Being the friendly government that we are. Yeah. There we go. Alright, so Rangers, let's add in some machine gun support and some logistics. Save. Now I don't know how much we've left. We're currently fielding 24 of the 24, so if I would delete these two divisions, there we go. I think I should be able to add in shit. How about that? Let's train for a little bit then. Get them a little bit skilled. I got that army experience. I think we should be able to do this, just not having the experience. Okay, we'll fix that later. Right, some power plant, which is not really what we need. Army experience, well that works. That's what we needed, so might as well pick that up. Okay, still gonna go down into radar. I don't know why. I never really went there. Oh, right, yeah, what we can do is get some aerial fighters.
Hey.
Okay, you're fully trained, so let's
Yeah.
not waste any on you. Oakley dokley. Yeah, this is just gonna bother me. So let's just shift that over slightly. Now, how big are you? You're a width of 3, so this is like artillery. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. Okay, we're 10, so you can stop your training. Then we can edit EU. And add in at least 2 Spec Ops divisions. And yeah, we're now maximized again. Right. What do we have? Unpopular Genius. We want that. Appointed Major General Mossman. Definitely. Definitely. Wasn't there another one that gave me more Special Forces guys? I thought I am Grand Army Doctrine. Huh. I thought there was one here. Right, yeah, First Recon Commander. Okay, there's the heavy steam battle boat. We're just gonna go for the... Oh, wow, we need to be advanced. So we can't go past this point? I actually don't know that. Like I said, I'm modified that you have like, you are a specific... Oh, that's interesting. I've never really thought about that. So we'll go down to 1 and just maximize production again.
Hey.
Okay. Right. Don't care much. I'd rather go... Let's see, is there anything in here? Elite infantry units. Well, some more Spec Ops and some more populations, which is always good, so... Can I add in the 1 Spec Ops? Nope. So what is our limit? It's still 24 of 24, even though we got the guy. But yeah, we're gonna go to Ranger General. I guess, pushing for Colorado. Where is Colorado? And you might notice here that I am not from the US. It's up there? Okay. Okay, anyway. Let's, make you guys a slightly more proper division. Some machine guns. There we go. Save it. There we go.
Hey.
Train them up. Realize that we probably are now running out of resources. No, we're still good. What the hell? What is your issue? Sport equipment. Just the machine guns. And just general sport equipment. Radio detection, landing barges, lodging camps. A lot of research just finished. It's a little bit too enthusiastic ahead of time, I think. We can pick up clay working though. And let's go for basic forges. That's ahead of time. That no longer is. See, that's the issue. The ahead of time thing still exists, so it's not freely like pushing all your research through. It's a little bit weird when you think about it, but to risk some support equipment and some anti-personnel weapons. Okay, not too bad though. Very little war support. Mobilization speed, daily command power gain. Fighters though. Actually gotta change some of my production targets, I guess. Because air support, I think, can be fairly powerful, even though I don't think that we have any airports whatsoever. So let's build a couple of them. Like that.
Hey.
Unassigned divisions. What are you? You're Gamma Corps. Super muted infantry or ghoul paratroopers. What? Super mutant infantry. Okay, babe. Can't change that, but okay. Sure. I guess I'll put you with you. Makes the most sense to me. Ranger. Yeah. Better ranger stuff. Modify the government. So we can't do that yet. And I can't get out of this. So what we're gonna do? Well, I think what we can do is just get some research time reduction, I guess. Right, you can stop training again.
Yeah?
There we go, we've got our war plans drawn up. Quite happy where we are at. There we go. Get some aircraft. Woo! And I doubt, to be honest, that a lot of our enemies will have aircraft. Yeah, so we might pull that advantage through for now, which is pretty good. So these have, yeah, some ground attack, and then we'll. These are proper bombers, I think. So yeah, and then we can keep these guys for ground support. All right. Yeah, so far so good, and I think I'm gonna call it at that for now. I want to thank you guys for watching and see you guys in the next one. Have a very good day. Bye bye.